Okay, welcome to Introduction Java Programming by Daniel Yang, 8th edition. Chapter 3 Selections, problem number 7. Write a program that prompts the user to enter any number and displays the non-zero denominations only using singular words for single units, such as $1 and 1 penny, and plural words for more than 1 unit, such as $2 and 3 pennies. Like the example below, $23.67 is $23.67. So for this exercise, I'm going to use GUI, which is short for Graphical User Interface. So by importing javax.swing.jobspain. After that, I declare a string, name it str, comment it as string to gather user input. After that, the amount I input is going to be a decimal number, so I'll set it as a double, name it amount, and amount given by the user. And after that, from the amount, I'm going to need to extract the dollars and pennies, so I'll declare them as integers. The first integer is going to be for the dollar, amount of dollars, and the second integer is going to be penny, just named penny. So comment it as amount of pennies. Are we done here? Yeah, so that's basically it. So after I've declared my variables, I'm gonna start first by prompting the user to enter the amount. So here I'm using JOptionPane, so str is equal to JOptionPane dot show input dialog with the message enter your amount. After that, amount is of type double, so amount is equal to calling the class double dot parse double and give it the value of str. Now I have the value of amount. Let me just print it first so that we're on the same page. So, as in the example above, I'm going to enter the amount 23.67. It's printed in the console 23.67. Now I want to attempt to extract the amount of dollars from the total amount. So what I can do is, if I print now, print the amount. Amount is of type double while dollar is of type integer, and we all know that an integer value cannot be a decimal number. So I can multiply the value of amount by int. This is something known as explicit casting. So I'm explicitly casting the value of amount to so here I'm explicitly casting the value of amount from a decimal number to an integer number. So if I run it now, enter the amount 23.67, 23.67, 23. So this is how I have extracted the amount of dollars. And now for the amount of pennies, what I can do is I can call the value of amount and multiply this amount by 100. So let me try 23.67. 23.67 times 100 is 2367. Now the amount of pennies that I need is 67. So I can extract the last two digits and assign them to the variable of penny. And I can achieve this by first putting both of these in parentheses. After that, radian 100. Now, if I do the same example, 23.67, 23.67, 23.67, 67.0 because this value is of type double. So since I have penny as of type integer, I'm gonna put all this in parentheses and use explicit casting like that. Run it one last time. 23.67, 2.67, okay, by mistake. So the amount of dollars is 2 and the amount of pennies is 67. Alright, so now I can proceed. So deducing the amount of dollars and pennies. Deducing. So dollars or dollar is equal to, I can just copy this, C can be, and penny as for penny equal to, copy this and paste it in here. Okay, what's wrong here? Needs parentheses. Alright. Okay, so now I have the values of dollars and pennies. So now moving on to attempt to display the final result. So for this exercise, I'm gonna proceed by declaring a string to display the final result. I can declare a string here called str final and set it equal to an empty string. And so first, before this step, I'm gonna go here to declaring strings for dollars and pennies. And so the first string, I'm gonna name it str dollars is equal to I'm gonna set them both to empty strings first, then the string for str pennies equal to also an empty string. Alright, so now I should leave this step for the end. I don't need it right now. So here, filling the dollar and penny strings accordingly. Accordingly, let me place parentheses using conditions. So here I'm gonna implement if and else if. So I'm gonna start with the if. If dollar is more than 1, so str dollars is equal to first I call the amount of dollars followed by dollars. And then after that, another if. So I'm using the case of nested if, an if condition inside another if condition. So my sub if is gonna be whether penny is more than 1. For that, I need braces since this if statement only has one statement. So str pennies is equal to the amount of pennies plus pennies. And like that. My second condition, else if the amount of pennies is 1, then str pennies is equal to the amount of pennies and penny, like that. And I don't need to implement the else here, because in case both of these conditions for the amount of pennies were false, then str pennies will remain as an empty string. So I'm not bothered here. So my second condition for the amount of dollars is gonna be whether the amount of dollars is 1. Put braces here. I can just copy this, paste this in here. Nothing has changed. And flip this from dollars to dollar. So str dollars would be $1. And let me implement the else here. Str dollars would remain as an empty string. So first let me remove this. I just have the amount of pennies. If it's more than 1, pennies. If it's 0, penny. And if it's less than 1, if it's 0, then also str pennies would remain as an empty string. Okay. So I can move on to this step, declaring a string to display the final result. Alright, so if the amount of dollars is more than 0, then str final plus equal to str dollars. And I also implement as for the second if condition, the nested if condition, checking whether the amount of pennies is more than 0. So if it's true, then str final plus equal and str pennies, like that. What should my second condition be? Okay, so I just need an else. So in case we don't have no dollar, I check if the amount of pennies is more than 0. In case of that, then str final plus equal str pennies, like that. And in case I have no pennies, then str. In case I have no pennies, no dollars and no pennies, I can't leave str final as an empty string, so I can assign str final to no money, like that. And to display the final result, and so finally displaying the final result. So jOptionPane.show message dialog, set the parent component to null, and the message to str final, since str final is just a string. And so if I run it, 23.67, $23.67. First, let me fix this. So $, then the amount value, then is also add a plus here. So now if I run it, 23.67, $23.67 is $23.67. So if I add only the amount of dollars, 45, $45.0 is $45, and there's no and pennies. To fix this problem is equal. Okay, here's what I can do. I can do an else and set str final equal to dollar plus the amount of dollar followed by n is plus str dollars. Like that, I'm resetting a string to dollar instead of amount, since dollar is an integer, is str dollars. So now if I run it, it should work. So only the amount of dollars, let's say 45, $45 is $45. It displayed 45.0 because amount is of type double. Now if I only add the amount of pennies, let's say 0.990 pennies, it should also display for pennies. So first I can remove all this, copy and paste it in here. should also be followed by an is. Should now work. If I run it, let me first try to only add the amount of dollars, so 45. $45 is $45. Now for the amount of pennies, 0.9. $0.9 is 90 pennies. It works. And let's say I have absolutely no dollars and no pennies in my pocket. 0, no money. And to this string I can also add an escape character, escape n for a line break. Let's say go get a job. Okay, so with the same example, if I have no money, no dollars and no pennies, so 0, no money, go get a job. Thumbs up. Okay, so it works. So like that, we would have written a program that prompts the user to enter any number and displays the non-zero denominations only using singular words for single units, such as $1 and 1 penny, and plural words for more than 1 unit, such as $2 and 3 pennies. It's not an easy exercise, I can say that.